All right, my friend, welcome to today's video. My name is Dr. Anthony Balduzzi. I'm the founder here at the Fit Mother Project and our other company, the Fit Father Project. In today's video, we're gonna cover an amazingly important topic, how to lose weight fast for women. This is something we get asked by the thousands of women who are with us here at the Fit Mother Project. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover the 10 research-proven strategies that actually work in terms of weight loss, top to bottom. We're gonna cover all of these today. And my promise to you is this: when you watch this video, it's gonna be longer than your normal 2-minute quick 10 tips. We're gonna break down these 10 proven strategies, and I'm gonna give you some actual action items to apply these into your life so you can see real results this week. That's what we're about here at the Fit Mother Project. I know you're gonna learn a ton. So get out your pen and paper, take some notes, and let's dive on in. All right, so to get into the first strategy of how to lose weight fast for women, a lot of women make the mistake of thinking that when we're trying to lose weight and lose fat, that the first place to look is diet and exercise. And the fact is, that couldn't be further from the truth. The first place we need to start is look at your sleep. Because what the research shows is that you can be on a calorie restrictive diet and do exercise. If you're not sleeping enough, you're basically pushing a ball uphill. Your weight loss will be slower, and the weight that you do lose will come from muscle tissue and not fat. So this is absolutely the worst case scenario. And the reason that sleep is so important as it relates to weight loss and losing weight quickly is that sleep is like the master regulator of so many of our key metabolic hormones. When we lose sleep, our body processes carbs more poorly, our insulin levels are higher, our cortisol levels are higher. And without getting into the science of that, it is a bad scenario if our goal is to lose weight. So the first thing we need to do before we start any diet or any workout routine is audit your sleep. Are you getting 7 hours of quality sleep per night? Ideally some more, but I think that's like really a minimum. Can you lose weight on 6 hours of sleep? Yes. Is it suboptimal? Yes, it is. So right now, if you know you're not sleeping as well as you could be, start to ask yourself a few questions. What can I do to get some more sleep? Is that I need to do some changes to our nighttime routine with my spouse and my kids so I can get into bed earlier? Does it mean I need to turn off the phone or the TV or get off the computer earlier because all that blue light is keeping me up? You got to really audit your sleep, and we have some other videos and some articles, and we'll link some stuff below on how to improve your sleep. We have some strategies, but I want to make sure we get through all 10. But first things first, get the 7 hours of sleep. Second strategy is we need to get you proactive with your nutrition. And a lot of people who want to lose weight and start diets, they focus so much on the types of foods you should be eating. And yes, those are obviously important. We're going to talk about foods more throughout the rest of this video, but I think what's even more important is getting the food structure in place. Because what food structure does, you know, when you're eating certain meals throughout the day, it gives you the structure and it makes you proactive around your eating instead of reactive. So it's no longer like, I don't have a nutrition plan, so when I get hungry at 3 p.m., I turn to this kind of snack or this kind of craving. When you're proactive, you essentially take control of all those different decision points throughout the day. So to really get into this right away, there are 2 main meal timing setups we recommend for most women. The first one is what we call the 4x4 meal plan, which is basically eating 4 meals per day, spaced out roughly every 4 hours. So what it might look like practically is breakfast at 8, lunch at noon, a mini meal or snack around 3:30 p.m., and dinner around 7 p.m. Roughly 4 meals, roughly every 4 hours. The reason this approach is so effective is it keeps your blood sugar levels very stable, keeps your body burning fat, keeps your hunger at bay, and you're not having to eat 6-7 small meals per day on some complicated plan. You're basically having breakfast, lunch, and dinner with a snack. So it's very doable. If you're a busy woman and you're a busy person like I am, you can pull this off with that kind of schedule. And on the flip side, there's another meal timing approach that works incredibly well for women who want to lose weight fast, and that is intermittent fasting, which is essentially the practice intentionally compressing your eating window down into a fewer hours. So a very common setup is this 16-8 setup, where you eat for 8 hours of the day and you fast for the other 16. So practically speaking, that might look like having your first meal at 11 a.m. and having a snack around 3:30 p.m. and having dinner at 7 p.m. So you're essentially doing the 4x4 meal timing setup more or less, but skipping that first meal. Another totally viable option. You can lose all the weight you want on both. They're both very effective. The question I want to ask yourself is, do you currently know your meal timing setup? And if not, this video is your opportunity to choose the one that's going to work for you. Pick one of these 2 and work it for the week. So again, either the 4x4, a meal roughly every 4 hours, the 8, noon, 3, 7, or 8 o'clock kind of framework, or intermittent fasting, where you just shift that, you kind of skip breakfast, you have lunch, almost knocked over our board here, and then you pick that meal timing setup and you stick to it. And now we're gonna get into the next step of this thing, of this how to lose weight fast for women, which is to audit the amount of sugar that's happening in your life. One of the easiest ways for most of us to start to lose some weight is to cut out sugar without making any other change, to identify our sugar sources and cut them out. And the fact of the matter is sugar can be in pretty insidious places in our diet, places we don't even realize. I love this right here. This is a really funny picture of some different Starbucks holiday drinks, and they rate them on the donut scale of the equivalent of how much sugar in these number of donuts are in these drinks. So some of these drinks that we have, that Starbucks Frappuccino or whatever we get in the morning has 4 to 5 donuts worth of sugar. And here's another thing. Here's a fruit juice that looks like it's nice and healthy, right? It's got some fruit on the front cover. You think it's good. It's packed with antioxidants. Well, guess what? This has more sugar than a can of Coke. So sugar is all over the place. We got to audit it. So if you currently are having smoothies, even fruit juices, even the fresh ones that you might get at, Whole Foods or Sprouts, if you are obviously drinking any kinds of sodas, eating excessive amounts of fruit can be great for you, but if you're just slamming bananas all day, it's going to be counterproductive to your weight loss efforts. So audit the sugar in your life. What are your main sugar sources? Is it a sweet tooth late at night? If that's the case, how can we substitute something in that still kind of meets your kind of craving or desire needs without having all that sugar? A great example is like if you turn towards ice cream late at night when you have that kind of craving, yes, we want to analyze why we're having these kind of cravings. Is there some stress that's underlying why we're eating? But also we can just substitute something in that has no sugar. Here are these Just Delicious, So Delicious coconut bars. They have 2 grams of sugar per serving with healthy MCT fats. They're a really great option. So we can be proactive again in scheduling in and sliding in the right kinds of foods that are good substitutes. So audit the sugar in your life. Ask yourself this question today after watching this video: where is the sugar in my life? Next strategy that's massively simple and will help your body lose weight fast is drinking more water. Most of us are just not drinking enough water for optimum health, and especially if we want to lose weight, we want to increase water intake even more. Why? Well, pretty much every bodily function that we have, especially when it comes to fat burning, requires water. You've probably heard before our bodies are 70+% water, and it's truth. Water is the foundation of life. Now, when it comes to weight loss, there's an added benefit. The more water we drink, the more full we stay, because actually when we drink water, our stomach receptors actually give us the sensation of being full. So the worst thing that can happen when we're trying to lose weight is we're starving all the time. We're going to be battling cravings. Water can help reduce hunger. So this is why for most women who are with us here on our Fit Mother Jumpstart or our full Fit Mother 30X program, they're increasing their water intake. Here is the simple formula. Take your body weight in pounds, divide that by 2, and add 32 to that. That's the number of ounces we recommend you drink. If you're outside the United States and you want to have the actual metric system stuff, not pounds, and you want to have it in the metric, we have that down in the description. We have that for you as well. We apologize if you're outside the US. Now, so drinking more water, really simple habit, but practically speaking, we all know we need to be drinking water. How do we actually get that in? The key is getting yourself a go-to water bottle. If you do not have a container, some kind of thermos, a Nalgene bottle, a mason jar that you're carrying with you throughout the day that's ideally 32 ounces, you're not gonna drink enough water. If the water's not sitting on your desk, sitting with you in the car, and you're constantly looking, oh, I need to drink 4 of these per day, it's really tough to meet that water target. One habit and trick that we're gonna talk about when we get down here into number 9, using some smart supplements, is using the power of organic green tea as a great natural fat burner, especially for women. So what we can do is brew 64 ounces or 32 ounces of tea in the morning, and there we go. That's part of our water target, and it's actually giving us added fat burning benefits. Really simple habit: heat up the water in the morning, brew the tea, carry it with you throughout the day, and then you drink a couple more of those 32-ounce bottles throughout the day. Simple. Next thing is we want to get fiber in every single meal. So when we look back into number 2, the strategy number 2 of this video, we talked about the 4x4 meal timing setup or intermittent fasting. So what do we eat during those meals? One simple strategy we teach here at the Fit Mother Project and over at the Fit Father Project is the concept of building what we call perfect plates. And what this means is every time you have a meal, half of that plate, fill it with some kind of fibrous veggie that you love, ideally green. So let's say a meal could be a chicken breast, half of your plate could be broccoli or spinach or kale or Brussels sprouts, and a quarter of it can be carbs or healthy fats, whatever kind of fits your palate preference. But half of that plate is fiber. Fiber is so important for weight loss. Yes, it keeps us full. Yes, it has benefits for our metabolism in terms of improving our cholesterol levels, but it also feeds our healthy gut bacteria, those probiotics that are integral for weight loss. A healthy gut equals a healthy metabolism and a healthy brain and a healthy immune system, and it starts with fiber. Fiber is the fuel for your digestive tract. We need to get lots of fiber. And just making that habit of every time I have a meal, I'm gonna make sure I get a fiber source in there is a really great option. And below in the description and here on this video, we'll give you some ideas on some fiber sources that you can incorporate into your diet. These are really great. The next thing is, with this kind of perfect plate concept, is we want to get a protein source with every meal. Protein is so essential when it comes to losing weight. Why? Because protein actually helps increase our metabolism. Protein keeps us full longer than any other macronutrient, carbs and fats. And protein really just helps us recover from our workouts as well, which we're going to be talking about again later in this video. So this is why this perfect plate concept is just so simple, right? We get the fiber and we get the protein. So for you, I recommend you take your fist and you look at your fist size. That's about as much protein as I want you to have in every meal. And I do not care if your protein comes from fish, animal, plants, whatever your kind of current diet setup is, just get a good clean protein source, get it in regularly, and if you have 3 to 4 meals per day with around a fist-sized serving of protein, that's gonna be around 100 to 150 grams of protein per day, which is a perfect weight loss target for most women, and that only equals around 600 calories. So really, really great way to get your protein target in. Next thing is we have 30 minutes of daily activity. And I'm kind of doing this list progressively in a sense, because the things we're talking about first are the foundations, and as we move down below, these things are like the accessory kind of things. So it's more important to sleep than it is to get the activity, because if we don't have sleep, the whole hormones are out of whack. And it's more important to get these 30 minutes of daily activity than it is to do formal workouts. And I want to make this distinction. When it comes to weight loss, there's a difference between daily activity and workouts. Both are important, but daily activity, nutrition, and sleep are more important. What does this mean? We need to get your body just generally moving more. So many of us have either desk jobs or we're sitting down in the car a lot and we're not moving our bodies enough. When it comes to losing weight and regulating our appetite, our body has a minimum activity threshold, an amount of activity we need to be doing to really help regulate all our hunger, appetite, and metabolism hormones. Absolutely key. So what I like to tell women is get 30 minutes of daily activity per day. And this does not have to be in a 30-minute block. It could be 5-minute walks spaced throughout the day. It could be 10-minute walks after your meals. It could be setting a step timer on your iPhone and making sure you get 5,000 steps per day. Set yourself some kind of goal that's trackable, and make sure you get the steps in the activity in. It could be walking your dog twice a day, in the morning, in the evening, taking a walk with your kids or your spouse. There's so many ways, but get yourself walking, get yourself moving. You do not have to exercise to lose weight. It's beneficial, but daily activity is pretty much a must. The next thing we have is, once we have all these other variables in place, is doing what we call metabolic resistance training workouts. Women who want to lose weight, especially women who want to lose weight fast, need to do strength training. But not just bodybuilding strength training, it's a combination of strength training plus cardio all in one. These are called MRT workouts, and essentially it's taking some of these best strength training movements, like your squats, your shoulder presses, your deadlifts, your rows, your push-ups, and doing these in a circuit with very little rest. So you get the cardio fat burning benefit and the strength benefit, because as we're losing weight, when we build some muscle, that muscle burns calories, that muscle elevates our metabolic rate. And as we age, and as women age in particular, muscle mass starts to linearly decrease. And when your muscle mass decreases, so does your metabolism. So when we're trying to lose weight, we need the strength in the cardio. We have a free Fit Mom Jumpstart. It's a 3-day training series, 100% free, where we give you our meal plan and our best MRT workouts. There's links below where you can get that. And I'm gonna be on camera actually giving you one of our best MRT workouts. And we also have some other free videos on our YouTube channel as well. But if you're serious about losing weight fast, jump in, join us in our free 3-day Fit Mom Jumpstart. We'll actually email you all the videos and the meal plan and the recipes. We'll give you everything and get you started for free. So that is in the description as below. But just do know that if we space these MRT workouts out throughout the week, let's say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, each of these workouts gives you a metabolic boost for up to 24 to up to 48 hours. So it's like you get a spike on Monday, and then you train on Wednesday, and you train on Friday. You have a constantly elevated metabolism, so you're burning more calories 24/7, not just when you exercise. That is key to losing weight. Next step we have is using some smart supplements. And notice that this is level 9 on the list. I mean, supplements are supplemental for a reason. If you're not sleeping and drinking the water and eating the fiber and doing the daily walking, no supplement in the world is gonna help you lose weight. But there are some supplements that do help. And these supplements are actually not the supplements that are necessarily marketed for weight loss. They're not the fat burners, if you will. They're the basic stuff that your body needs to function optimally. A quality multivitamin, fish oil, vitamin D3, a good probiotic, and I would add in that green tea, which has distinctive fat burning benefits. And I'll actually toss in some caffeine in there too. Depending on how your body reacts to caffeine, it can be a good, mild, thermogenic fat burner. So those are like the well-rounded kind of general supplement list. And we have other videos on the channel where we deep dive into dosages and brands and other stuff we recommend. But just know that when it comes to supplements for weight loss, it's not that skinny, thin girl, fat burner 9,000 kind of thing. It's the basic stuff. A good multivitamin, fish oil, probiotics, vitamin D3, some green tea, and maybe some caffeine as well. That is the basic supplement stack that works. And number 10, just because I want to round out this to a nice even 10 list, is that it's essential, especially when our goal is to lose weight quickly, that we get on a plan that now allows us to keep the weight off long term. We get into a community of support of like-minded men and women who want to all keep us accountable, and we are having an approach that's sustainable over the long term. And that's what we're so passionate about here at the Fit Mother Project. It's why we publish all these free videos with all this great advice, because we want to invite you to come deeper with us inside our community. We want to be your support system. I want to walk you through your first 5, 10, 15, 20, 100 pounds like we've done with so many other women. And the key to doing that with us, and if you want the support from our team and you like how we think about this weight loss stuff and you like the results that our team produces for both men and women, then just get that free Fit Mom Jumpstart. We'll email it to you, and I'll be on video every single day with you over that training series, giving you these deep dive tips, giving you the meal plans, the recipes. I'm here to be in your corner, and I'm so grateful that you found the Fit Mother Project channel. So I know this was a lot. What I would like to say at the end of this video is essentially, if you can even take 1 to 2 things from this video and apply it, you're better off than when you first started watching. And remember, the priorities here. If your sleep isn't on check, let's get that in check first. And if you want to get all of this stuff kind of a deep dive where I walk you through this, the free Fit Mom Jumpstart is 100% what I recommend. Again, there's links below. Thank you for being here, my friend. I really appreciate your time and your attention, and most importantly, your willingness to live healthier for both yourself and your family. That's what we're all about here at the Fit Mother Project. So if you like this, give us a thumbs up and drop us a comment below. We'd love to have some more discussion with you, and subscribe to our channel. You can just hit the little subscription button and check that notification bell to get notified when we publish new videos. We're publishing hundreds of new videos here to our Fit Mother Project YouTube channel. We're so happy that you're here. We want to give you notifications when we publish new videos, and I'll see you inside that free Fit Mom Jumpstart, and I'll talk to you very soon, my friend.